Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. More thoughts about online businesses. And you know what? That's why I'm saying on more thoughts, because I've talked about this. I said, shoot, during this time, get those online businesses, especially like teaching classes or something. But there's so much more. See, understand with especially with this COVID-19 thing. And even though people are opening up more, like more states are opening up, businesses are slowly opening back up. The genie's been let out the bottle. A lot of people are going to get more into online stuff because here's the thing: people have gotten used to it. People have gotten like where I live. I'm noticing neighbors are getting more packages than ever. I've never seen this many delivery trucks stopping in front of my building. And I was just like, wow, right? And once people get used to something, they ain't gonna like get back immediately into going out to different stores or everything or looking for services. They gonna stay with it. And yeah, some people are gonna go back because they got to get out and all of that. But then a lot of people will be like, well, shoot, yeah, I can go out or I can just order this. This is very simple, and it was happening anyway. I mean, it was happening anyway. A lot of people were ordering stuff. Like, I have a very good friend that works at a local major department store, and she said they make most of their money sending stuff out. They make most of their money sending stuff out because I would go in this particular store and it'd be empty most of the time. And this was before COVID-19. This was before COVID-19. So a lot of people doing that. And, I'm just thinking to myself, if you have a product, like especially the teaching part, like you got a lot of people doing like classes from home and stuff. That's beautiful because like, okay, like you could be a yoga teacher or something, right? You can do a class like charge people money and they get access. And the thing is, you could theoretically have 1,000 people. Like I know on Zoom, you could set it up where you can have up to 10,000 people. 10,000 people wouldn't even cost that much money, really. You could have 10,000 people on some type of webinar. 10,000. Think about it. 10,000 people. Shoot, you could cover all your bills for a year. Think about it. And you could be and that's it might be hard to actually get 10,000, but you never know. You never know. Like you would set that up, you would because one thing since I've been doing Zoom anyway for webinars, you still need somebody kind of run the board for you, but you can have somebody do that. You could talk about something, business or relationships, or do yoga, to do show martial arts, have a group fitness class, group exercise class, something. And you can get a lot of people, even if you ain't getting 10,000, shoot, you charge people, you get 100 people, boom. And it's literally across the world. Now, even across the country, across the world. That can make a lot. I think, especially Zoom did a lot. I think a lot of people are going to stick with that. They were like, oh, wow, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So a lot of people going to do stuff from home, like services, webinars, definitely online learning and everything. That's very powerful. Like a dear friend is she's taking like getting a master's in education, and she's been working from home because a lot of colleges are doing online classes. So she's just sitting at her desk at her home, just doing her thing. All right. So, but you can do it. You can do it. And then those are just services. Say you have a product, right? Say you have a good product, interesting product. Like with the COVID thing, I remember I got a couple like handmade masks from this gentleman I knew from met him back in the 90s. We were both vending next to each other. And that's expanded his business, but then he has other stuff. And you have a lot of people who have stuff. And even food, you can actually ship food across the country. You can ship a lot of stuff, products and everything. So it's something to really look into. Now I know I expanded this to money matters and money management and everything, but I'm gonna still talk about business, y'all. Y'all know I ain't giving that up. And it's something to look into because I'm gonna tell you what. The beauty of online, it doesn't take a lot because if you think about it, I want y'all to think about this. The biggest thing that holds brick and mortar businesses back until like the online thing started picking up, the biggest thing that held people back is actually having money to pay rent. I want y'all to think about that. Actually having the money to pay rent. For a building, you had to pay for the space, permits sometimes. You had to do a lot of stuff. One thing about online, you just need a working laptop. Because even now, I'm recording this on a new laptop because what I used to have a all-in-one HP desktop type of computer. It was pretty good, but it was also old. Just as an aside, electronics usually give it about maybe 2 years. They have built-in obsolescence in them, and that's just to keep making money. And the one I had lasted about actually 7 years, which is pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Couldn't really fix anything. It was starting to go bad, and I took it someplace, and the repair person was like, "Shoot, they don't even make these type of processes anymore." So it's like, okay. And I'm just sharing that though. But even then, it wasn't that much money. Like getting this was, you can get a laptop, or shoot, maybe your iPad, something like that. And you could actually, so that's just that little bit of money. Wherever you pay rent or mortgage at, just have a space in there and just do your thing. And not just for like social media like YouTube or something, but you can do your thing. Shoot, you can do talk shows. And I'm actually, I don't know if I want to do that now, but at some point, I'm going to do like a live talk show, maybe, and it'll probably be something where it's a subscription. So it's like, yeah. So, there's a lot there online. It's costly. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Low cost. You might have to, it might be good depending on what you're doing. Maybe pay one other person to run the board or something. Or really, and they don't even have to be in your presence, like on Zoom. You could set it up where somebody else runs the board, and you could be, shoot, I'm in Maryland. The person could be in California. Shoot, they can be in England or something running the board for you. So it's like, yeah. So it's like really think about it. And, like I said, especially if, if you're doing something that's more service, more on the intellectual side. You doing the aerobics or something. It's just, just have that music ready and all of that stuff, or yoga, or shoot, you can do a cooking demonstrations from home. You could do cooking demonstrations, show somebody how to cook something, and it's a very inexpensive thing, but it's very lucrative. Think about it. You're not paying a lot of extra stuff. That's the biggest thing with businesses. They got to pay. In addition to paying for products or something, they got to pay for space, equipment, all of this stuff. Shoot, all you need is a good laptop for online businesses. Maybe not even that, honestly. Depending on the level of phone you have, you could just do it maybe on phones. I've had people do webinars for me, and they not even using they using their phone. Like they were doing the webinars. I was hosting a webinar. They were presenting the information. They weren't on the computer. They were sitting there using an iPhone or something. So, there's a lot there to it. There's a lot there, and it's something that you want to really get into. All right. There's something that you really want to get into. So anyway, and you know why you want to get into it? Because we want to go make that money.